Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Everything OneNote. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to set up a class notebook from Microsoft Teams. So I have set up a fake team for this purpose, and up the top you're going to hit on class notebook, and then you're going to have this window pop up, set up a class OneNote. So I'm going to hit that. When I click on that, I've now got two options. So this is a relatively new feature that's come in the last year or so. You can choose a blank notebook. Now, if you're new to Teams and OneNote and haven't really created much content before, you're going to choose a blank notebook. This is starting from scratch, essentially. If you do use OneNote and you have used it previously and even Teams, you might be like myself, I have some semester subjects, or you might teach term subjects. You can add existing content from a previous notebook. It can be from a previous class, and you want to just bring some of that content from either your content library or teacher-only section straight away. I'm going to choose from existing just because it shows a couple of extra skills. It's now going to show you what you get in a class notebook. So we have a collaboration space. As we can see, obviously the teacher can edit and the students can edit. That's a collaborative space. Our content library, the teacher has full edit access, but the students can only view. So that's where you're going to put your content for the kids to go and look and access. And then you have a private teacher only section. Now, only you can see that. The kids can't even view it at all, but you obviously have full edit access there. And then each student has their own private section, which is where you send the work from the content library into the student's private section. You obviously also have full edit access. And once the work's in the kids' folders, they then have that edit access as well, but they can't view other students. So they can only see their name, where you as the teacher can see all students. So I'm going to hit next, and you see now I have the option to add content here. So if I hit that, that's going to bring up some of my previous notebooks. So say for me, like my business classes, they're semester classes. So when I start next term with a new class, I'm going to want to start off with some of that content straight away. So I'm going to choose, let's say, that notebook next, and then I can go through and pick what sections I want to take from that. So from my content library, maybe I want to take this marketing unit, and from my teacher only section, there's nothing in there. I'm just gonna say done, and that's gonna take that whole marketing unit, and maybe let's take personal finance as well, straight across. So that's already gonna be preloaded into that notebook, which is a really cool feature. So normally you would have to do that later. Once the notebook's set up, you would have to do some moving between notebooks, but we can set up right here. Now, you can add more from the teacher only section. I didn't have any in that notebook because I think this is actually a different business class to my existing one, but normally I would have a few things, the teacher only section I might want to move across as well. Let's go next, and these are the student sections. So these are the 4 default ones. You get handouts, class notes, homework, and quizzes. Now, you can add more to that. Most of the time I don't use these default ones. I rename them or repurpose them. So it might be I do a marketing unit and maybe a personal finance unit if we stick with our year 9s. And maybe I want one called assessment or assignments. And maybe I can't think of a third one or a fourth one. So I'm just going to delete that one. So you're better off deleting it rather than having an extra one, because you can go on and rename it later, but you have to go and find to do that. So I find it's easier to just only choose what you need now, and you can easily distribute sections to the kids later. So I'm now going to create that notebook, and that's now going to take a minute or two, but that notebook is essentially going to be set up. In another minute, it will pop up, it will be ready. And when I click on that class notebook, that note will be fully set up. And then for most of us, what we'll prefer to do is to open that up in our desktop, and they'll be able to access the work nice and quickly from there. So if I refresh and click on my class notebook, looks like it's working. Yep. So my class notebook is now there, and you can see I have my collaboration space, my content library, which should have that work, might be still syncing, should start to populate in there soon. My teacher only section will be empty, and I can see the 4 students now have assessment, marketing, and personal finance. But they're just empty folders at the moment. So I still need to do the next process, which is distribution, which I'll talk about in another video, which is sending the work into the kids' private sections. All right, there it is, creating a class notebook from Microsoft Teams.